no gold is not enough.
WoTBlitz everyone, 5 blocks here and welcome back to my channel. Today the update 8.4 has been dropped in 2 days ago. So and there's a lot of tanks. Is counts in a super test and even counts in a tech tree. So first we're gonna talk about a tech tree in the European nation, which is the Polish heavy tanks. That's right. 5 Polish tanks on a tech tree starting to tier 6. It's called the 40 TP Habica. Now let's even talk about it. The top of a gun force 4 seconds of aiming time. Dispersion is quite okay as well. DPM it's good, nothing takes that. Reloading time 7.67 seconds. So the penetration is quite good as well. Damage is good. Gun elevation and depression is nothing takes that, but it's good as well. But yeah, mobility 40 kilometers per hour, which is really good for this heavy tank. Nothing takes that as well. But yeah, let's talk about this tank. But I have 87% of crew, so I don't care about it. The turret on the top of the turret is quite impenetrable, but in-goal shells can penetrate it in a tier 6 tanks. But a tier 5 is on the turret is quite impenetrable. Even the upper side and the lower side of the hull, it's quite penetrable. Penetrable on the upper side of the hull, but in a tier 5, at the lower plate of the hull, it's quite penetrable. But the upper plate is quite unpenetrable too. Expect machine gun as well, but I don't know if machine gun is weakness too. But yeah, tier 7 45 TP Habica. Let's talk about the Toro Dhamma 170 millimeter. Yeah, it's quite okay for this tier. But yeah, it's a heavy tank. It has armor, I think things like that. But let's see. It's just a stock turret and a stock gun. I don't care about it. But yeah, the upper place also has impenetrable armor, but in gold shells it can be penetrable. Expect machine gun as well as lower plate, which is quite impenetrable. Also of all tiers, when it has the top guns and it can penetrate everything on a lower plate. But yeah, turret I don't care to talk about it. I don't research yet. I don't take in ground yet the turret. But yeah, as well. Mobility it's quite good. It's quite good for this heavy tongue as well. But yeah, traverse speed it takes as well is just horribly decent. Nothing takes that. Tier 8, the 53 TP Markowskiego or whatever it's called. The turret armor 220 millimeter, which is quite good. It has a 8 degrees of gun depression when you're losing 2 degrees. When using the stock gun, it has 10 degrees. Using the top turret, you're losing 8 degrees of gun depression. You have only 8 degrees, like 2 degrees lows as well. But yeah, the gun 4.4 seconds of aiming time. The DPM is quite horribly okay for that, but yeah, it's okay for me, but as well. But yeah, average penetration is quite good. The damage is quite good, and yeah, mobility starting at the 40 kilometers per hour, which is good. Average speed 25 kilometers per hour, which is nice, okay. Traverse speed is and quite okay too. Quite okay if using all, you can then take also even better for that. So we got a 50 TP Dischiavizza, or whatever it called. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. If you wanna see a TA tongue, look at that. It's look like a house tank. That guy. It's not like a house and nothing takes that. But yeah, the upper plate of the tower is like impenetrable also. But when you're using this, you can just bounce in almost everything when you take that as the stock tower and stock gun. If you're using top tower, is like quite also impenetrable. But yeah, let's talk about that. The stock tower, the 250mm, I think the 250, yeah, of course, is quite impenetrable for this turret as well. Expect a cupola, of course, like other tanks, but yeah. 8 degrees of gun oppression is quite okay for me, but yeah. Yeah. DPM is bad, nothing takes over as well. DPM is just, it's okay, nothing to value okay, but okay. Average penetration is quite good, and a decent goal shells as well. It has a tier 10 gun, is nothing gets worse, but if you're using calibrated shells, it will be better. Damage is good, nothing takes that. 8 degrees just like other polished tanks. Nothing takes that, nothing takes that, nothing takes that. Mobility 36 kilometers per hour, which is good for me for this heavy tank. And traverse speed is okay too, but yeah, it's okay for that. In meantime, it's just bad, nothing takes that as well, but yeah, it's just an average tank as well, but armor is ridiculously good. When you just take a weakness, it's a lower plate and a driver's hatch as well. But yeah. And let's get a top of the tree, which is tier 10, the 60 TP Lewandowskiego. That's right. It has 5.9 seconds of aiming time, which is nice, which is average. Dispersion is average too. DPM is average too. Reloading time 50.82 seconds. Penetration is quite good, nothing takes that. Average damage 600 damage. 600 damage. It's ridiculous. This is the E100, but it's a polished tank. It's a polished version of the E100. The armor is quite impenetrable for all the turret. All the frontal turret is quite impenetrable as hell. This tank is ridiculously good armor. So in the upper plate is also impenetrable. Expect the driver's hatch, but the lower plate is just too weak. You can penetrate it almost everything as well. But yeah, this thing is right. It has really crazy armor. Nothing takes that as well. But yeah, 280mm. It's so ridiculous tank. It's ridiculous tank. Mobility 36 kilometers per hour. And just a travel speed. It's okay for me, but yeah, this tank is really good because it goes for the armor. But yeah, so we talk about all the polished tongues as well. But yeah, now we got a Spark, which is a reskin Skoda T25. Just look at that. It's quite beautiful, nothing says. But yeah, it's from the November Battle Pass, in the upcoming Battle Pass, which is in November. And November is an esport month because the Twister, and yeah, in the event of the Twister event, you can get it Chrono Action Action X, or the Centurion Mark 5.1 or whatever, and the Rack or whatever, the Aussie Dong, or the Progetto 46. But yeah, But let's just talk about this tank. Alright, let's sit down. It has the same armor as the Skoda T25. It has 4.7 seconds of aiming time. The DPM is good, nothing to 15 seconds of magazine reloading time. It has the same gun, completely same mobility as well. But yeah, it's just a reskin Skoda T25. And yeah, we're gonna see the Lanson Sea, the tier 8 Swedish medium tank. That's right. Look at this bad boy right here. Yeah, that's a bad boy right here. The gun, 3.6 seconds of aiming time is just good. DPM is just average, nothing takes that. Dispersion is okay from me. 9.78 seconds of reloading time. Good penetration and a good damage. And a 10 degrees of gun suppression, of course. The armor, it has no armor. Don't talk about that. It has no armor. The mobility is just quite good as well, but yeah, it's quite good. No, it's just quite good. So we're gonna see this tank. It's called the Concept 1B. Just look at this tank. It's completely damn weird. It's so completely weird turret. Just like the M5 Yo is this absolutely disgusting tank for me. It's quite disgusting tank, just going fly just like the M5 Yo for no reason. That's right, it's just completely weird as well, but yeah. Nothing to do that, but yeah. Let's see the armor 250mm, which is quite good as well, but yeah, it's just quite good. It has a really good armor. It doesn't have the upper plate is just impenetrable hull on the upper plate. But the lower plate, just think of the tanks, you can penetrate almost everything. But yeah, just taking a minute. But yeah, we're gonna see on the next event. The next event is a secret project. You can get it 2 tanks for free. It's completely same as last year, which is Annihilator and a Spike as well. But yeah, but let me find it a tier 7 boy. Oh, there you go, the Titan HN, a tier 7 hybrid nation, a heavy tank. The tier 8 gun, it has a German gun as well, 4.7 seconds of aiming time. The dispersion is quite decent. DPM is quite okay. 10.7 seconds of reloading time. It has a good penetration. It has a good damage. 7 degrees of gun suppression is okay from me. But look at his bad boy right here. God damn, it's completely weird. And yeah, there is a fun fact. If you're losing half of the hit points, this moves right here, and this on a gun mantlet goes here at this. Of course, at this, if you see at this, can pulling up the hull, boom, there is armor. There is upgraded armor as well. It has a new mechanic, just movement armor when you're losing half of your hit points. But yeah, mobility, mobility is quite good for this heavy tank, just quickly decent. The armor is just 180mm on the front hull, in a hull like 130mm on the front hull. For the Toro 180 as well, the 80mm and the 60mm on the rear. But yeah. Oh wait, there is another one. Which can I see? I think it right here. No. Can I find it? No. What about this? Where is it? Where is it? Damn, I couldn't find it. In the leopard? No. And this. There it is. The Titan Mark 1. It's just a reskin Crusader. As you can see, as this. There's a Titan Mark 1. But yeah, it's just a reskin Crusader. The gun is quite the same. I think it will be the same. It's just the same characteristic. It has the same armor. It's the same characteristics. Everything is the same. But I don't know. But yeah, it's just the same characteristic. But it's just a reskin Crusader as well. But yeah, it's just the changes. It's just changes. It has no changes, but it has just a reskin Crusader as well. But yeah, so let's get the balance changes as well. Yeah, let's see on the updated balance changes. Now first we got a T-57 Heavy. The gun elevation has been nerfed to 12 degrees to 10 degrees of gun elevation, which is not too bad for me, but nothing takes on as well. But yeah. 60 TP comes in this update. It's some balance changes. Dispersion has a nerf. The dispersion factors when rotating turret is just nerfed. Engine power has buffed. Effective power to race ratio has been buffed, and the velocity just nerfed. The M48A2 round bouncer is still on the testing as well. Yeah, base aiming time just nerfed, dispersion just buffed, and the throw speed just buffed too. Steel weapon tracker, a German gun carrier, Tier 7 gun carrier. It's a stainless steel, of course. It's everything buff. Expect magazine reloading time 12.46 to 13.42. But yeah, it's just getting all buffs, but expect the magazine reloading time just nerfed as well. And yeah, the updated armor, the T-57 Heavy just remodeled as well. The 8.3 before 8.4. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's just quite penetrable for the turret and the hull, of course. Upper plate is just impenetrable, but this also penetrable as well. Even the lower plate is just penetrable for every tier that is. But yeah, it's completely weird. And of course, the expected gun manlet and this side is just impenetrable. If you're just going, this is just penetrable. If you're doing the hull down, it's just quite impenetrable for this upper plate of the hull. But the cupola and the turret is just still the same. It's just still same. It's just still same. It just gets the problem with the frontal armor. But after this, after update 8.4, let's check on this has buffed the armor. This expect this, and there's just it's been same, but this has been buffed too much. This has been buffed too much. Even the cupola too. Cupola has been buffed too as well. But yeah, in this lower plate is just quite also impenetrable. But in this you need to penetrate this right here, the lower and the lower plate of this hull. But yeah, the upper plate is just quite impenetrable. It's quite impenetrable. It's how incredible it is. When you're doing the hull down, it's quite impenetrable for this. It's quite impenetrable. And the lower plate is just still here. It's just still here. And the turret is completely same. Expect the cupola is, it's so crazy at this cupola and this turret on that there's here. But yes, so crazy at this tank. The E100 just buffed something. The IS-3 is just same, nothing takes that. M2 Light. It's just remodeling as well, but yeah, redesigning the tank as well. But yeah, let's talk about the Pbr tanks. It comes on this update as well. As you can see, there's a T57 Heavy right here. It's just remodeling the entire tank. It's really good in receiving this thing right here. But yeah, if you're setting up the tank quality to high, it has a new Pbr technology, the Pbr model, the HD model. Oh boy, it's quite so sexy as well, just like the i7 and the E100 and like Kramwagen, etc. But yeah, there is another tank we received a PBR, which is M2 Light, the first tier 1 tank we received a PBR. And yeah, there is another one which is called the EMO 1951. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh boy, it's quite really good. It's quite really good. The HD model is just quite so nice. And yeah, it's so nice. It's so really nice as well. But yeah. So that's it, guys. Like this video, subscribe my channel, and leave a comment below, and goodbye.